Hey everybody, it's Kenny Cummins here, chilling with Jeff and Kenny C, and I'm very excited to be joined with my next guest at this time, a lovely singer, songwriter by the name of Lynn. She is joining me all the way from New Orleans, one of my favorite cities, by the way. How's it going?
Hey, Kenny, it's awesome. Thank you. Thanks for having me.
And New
New
Orleans,
Orleans is buzzing right about now. It's jazz festival time, so.
oh yeah, I love New Orleans. You know the city. I love the Mardi Gras, Bourbon Street. I like the jazz music, and me being a football fan, I am a fan of those Saints too. So, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So I love this.
Everybody's,
Yeah,
you gotta love the Saints if you live in New Orleans.
yeah, that is true. Still trying to recover from what happened that unfortunately ended all season, but Drew Brees is coming back.
Oh, I know.
Drew Brees is coming back, so for at least 2 more years anyway. So we'll be all right. So
Yeah.
let's
Yes.
talk. So let's get right to it. How did you get started into music?
Oh, well, I grew up in South Mississippi, which is about 45 miles from New Orleans. So I grew up coming to New Orleans a lot and just always wanted. I was in band and stuff, in college and high school, and I loved music. And so after, I've been here about 20 years, about 22 years now. So I moved here right after college, and just always, because of the music, just everywhere in the city, I just felt like, oh, I think I could be a songwriter and play the guitar. So, that was, I just picked it up, and, I'm still here, still playing, and it's wonderful. It's a great city. It's an inspiring city, to live in as a writer.
Oh, you born in Mississippi. Oh man. So I used to be.
Yeah,
I was born
yeah.
there. I was born there as well. I was born in Tupelo, and
Oh, wow.
I have family that lived in Holly Springs. So
Oh,
yeah,
cool.
and Tupelo, for people that may or may not know, that's the birthplace of the King, Elvis Presley. Uh, so
That's right.
so
That's right.
I got
Yeah,
some.
my dad was a big.
Oh yeah. So the King.
Sorry,
Yeah, yeah,
my
yeah.
dad was a big Elvis fan. So yeah, I know all about Elvis.
So that I guess for us, that's a little something to brag about. Like whether you have the same birthday as someone or whether you was born in the same city as one of the most memorable musicians of all time, the King of rock and roll, and his dance
That's
moves.
right.
So that's pretty awesome. Um, Now you know how people like to labelize artists, like type of music, type of genres that people do. Um,
Mhm.
how would you best describe your music?
So I used to call it Mississippi Grit, New Orleans Groove, because the hip hop and it's like it's a big melting pot here in New Orleans, and you get the trad, you get the traditional, you get the jazz, you get hip hop, you got just rock and roll, you get everything, and it all kind of comes together. And I guess I started writing in the city, and kind of I used to call it Americana, and then sort of started calling it, because it's a little bit of rock, it's a little bit of blues, a little bit of country. I grew up on country music, kind of. So I call it NOLAmericana now, because New Orleans Americana, short for New Orleans Americana, because it's kind of groove based, but still singer songwriter.
I like the sound of that. That's quite a combo. Nola Americana. Okay, keeping it New Orleans.
Nola,
Okay.
NOLAmericana.
Okay.
NOLAmericana. I like the way it sounds.
And that's interesting that you say that because as I was doing some research about you, not only are you a singer songwriter, but you also a radio DJ. You do a show on Mondays.
I do. I started. I felt like singer songwriters in the city kind of. It's a tough city for singer songwriters. I'll say that. Because the tourists are kind of geared toward the Dixieland and the trad and brass band. A lot of brass bands get a lot of work. Because that's what people identify with New Orleans culturally. But I wanted to bring light to the songwriters, So I try to showcase New Orleans songwriters in the NOLAmericana genre. That I think is NOLAmericana to me are people that it's groovy. It's a little bit groovy too, and it's singer songwriter music. A little bit of blues, it can span different genres. And that's kind of what I do. Is I don't really play. It's like all the genres melded together kind of thing.
So your show is on Mondays from 3 to 5 p.m. That is Central Standard Time, obviously. And people can give that a listen on 102.3 FM, or you can go check it out at whivfm.org and enjoy the.
That's correct.
So go check out Lynn.
And so WHIV was started by Dr. Mark Lynn Drury, and he is an HIV doctor in New Orleans, and he's an activist. So it's all about destigmatizing HIV and being a community supported radio station, and they are for human rights and social justice. So there's a lot of health shows on the air there, and political shows and music shows. It's got everything, but it's more geared around political activism and ending all wars. So that's just to give you the spiel of like why it's called WHIV. I have to say that because people don't know. They're like, why would you call a radio station WHIV? So I have to explain that. So that's just for everybody who wants to listen in. But yeah, every Monday, 3 to 5 Central Time.
I had to put a fist pump for that one. That's power to the people, what I'm saying?
Indeed.
So
yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Now, you got any like upcoming shows or like new music or recent released music that people need to keep an eye on?
So I just came out with a new record this past fall, and it's called Rise of the Fall. And it's on Spotify, Lynn Drury, Drury. You can go to lyndrury.com, and it's out there. It's everywhere. iTunes, Amazon, CD Baby if you want to give the artist a little bit more money. But, yeah, tomorrow I'm going to be at the New Orleans Jazz and Heritage Festival. That's the 29th. I don't know when this is going to air, but I'm at the Jazz Festival this year. I just got through playing French Quarter Festival as well. I'm going to be on the road a bit in August and October, and I'll be out North Carolina, Georgia, Illinois, and be out that way. Hopefully, maybe I can come see you guys.
Oh, I will say on behalf of, the Kentuckians out there, Kentucky, we love to have some Lynn come up here and showcase her musical expertise. That will be lovely.
Yes, indeed.
So
that'll be beautiful.
Absolutely. So, what would your advice be to anyone out there that wants to become a musician, that wants to not make it a hobby, but make it into a job, what would your advice be to those that is considering on becoming a musician?
Yeah. Wow. It's. I mean, it's not an easy business. You have to be really driven and passionate about what you do, and you kind of have to take that leap of faith. And I think if you take that leap of faith, for me, it was the storm that sort of, sent me out and traveling and, sort of finding out that I could do it without having another job or whatever. So since then, I've just been trying to kind of market and figure out the business. And I'm always taking classes. I'm always trying to learn, what's the latest way to shortcut, to market and to brand and all that stuff. It's very important. But I would say if you really are happy in what you do and you're meant to do that, then the world and the universe and the people will rise up and you'll be all right. I'm not going to say you're going to make a lot of money, but you sure have some fun doing it. I love being free. I love traveling. I'm going to be in Spain this June and Italy. And I just, I love meeting people. I love playing music and traveling. That's kind of why I started playing. I just wanted to travel and write and play and be free. So that's kind of it's worked so far. And I'm hoping to get back in the studio this summer and start releasing some singles, some new stuff out there. I've got like three new songs that I need to get in and record. So yeah, I love being in the studio and I love performing. So I'm really blessed. I have a lot of fans out there and they support me. So I'm pretty lucky.
Well, check you out, Miss International, going to Spain. Okay. That's awesome, traveling, that's good, and not many people get to perform outside of the country, let alone going to Spain. I'm going to assume the weather is going to look very lovely. So,
I hope so.
Yeah,
I hope so. But
know.
yeah, it's a lot of fun. I've been at this a while, so I'm now I just believe in the music and I've been right so far, so I'm very happy. Very happy to be playing music for a living.
That is beautiful. So NOLAmericana music is coming to Spain, so be on the lookout for that. So that's gonna be amazing. I'll definitely keep an eye on your social media feeds for the pictures. Gotta get the pictures and
I'll send you some. Yeah, for sure.
Oh yeah. So it was great chatting with
and
you.
There's these yeah.
Okay.
There's just a great community over there. They love songwriters, and they have a club of about 300 people, and they put these concerts on. It's not, it's kind of like house concerts. I'm doing a house concert tour in October in the States, and that's going to be mainly like South Carolina, North Carolina. But there's just, there are people who like to listen to music. They still exist out there. So that's kind of what we're doing. That's what I'm doing in Spain. There's like 300 people, and, it's just like a music club that they're music lovers, and they have like 3 or 4 concerts a year, and they bring over some American artists. So it's beautiful.
I'm about to shed a tear right now. You know, making us Americans, making us Americans proud. So that's very cool. So
Yes, indeed.
where people can go check out your music and upcoming shows as far as social media wise, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, any other links, and also where can people hear your songs as well?
So my website is lyndrury.com, and that's lyndrury.com. My Twitter is at Lynn Drury. My Instagram is Lynn Drury Rocks, ROCKS, and YouTube is Lynn Drury Rocks. I can't remember my YouTube, but anyway, Lynn Drury. If you just Google it on YouTube, you'll find me. There's some videos there, and Facebook, if they want to like the music page, is Lynn Drury Music.
Lynn Drury,
and that would be awesome.
That is a nice.
Yeah.
That's a nice URL. That's a nice Twitter handle. That's a nice handle to have. You know, Lynn Drury Rocks. That's definitely cool. It was great chatting.
Yeah.
It was great chatting with you, Lynn. You know, someone that's from the South, like myself originally, and you know, thank you for being on the show, and continued success, and have fun in Spain. That is incredible.
Thank you.
And thank you for taking the time to do this interview, and continued success. And you know, as I said, I love New Orleans, so I definitely may have to come back. I have a reason to come back. It's because of you now. It's not just Saints football anymore.
Yes.
So I may have to come.
Yes, indeed, Kenny.
Yeah.
You gotta come. You gotta come. You gotta come and hit me up when you do.
Oh, yeah.
And I'll come to Lexington this summer and maybe pass by Willie's Barbecue. That's where I played last time I was there.
Oh yeah.
And I'll let you know. I'll let you know.
All right, and definitely send me some music, and I'll definitely play them on the live show. I'll definitely do that for you too.
Oh, cool.
So,
cool. Absolutely. Absolutely.
I love supporting.
All right, man.
I love supporting live music. I love supporting local music, indie music, whether it's Kentucky, Louisiana, or all over the world. I just love getting the word out on very talented artists out there. So and you fit the mold of what I'm trying to do. So again, thank you for being on. Continued success, and thanks again. Truly appreciate it.
Thank you, Kenny. See, same to you. Really appreciate it.
And that will conclude this interview. You can check out with Jeff and Kenny C on TMV Cafe Saturdays 8 to 9 Eastern Standard Time on TMV Cafe. Thank you all for listening, and see you on the next show. Here we go.